I'm Farar Elliott. I'm the curator for the House of Representatives, and today we're in the Capitol Visitor Center in the special exhibition Spirit of 76. And we're going to talk about one of my favorite paintings in the House collection, the portrait of the Marquis de Lafayette by Ary Scheffer, painted in the 1820s. The portrait of the Marquis de Lafayette, which is in the House chamber and behind me in reproduction, was given to the House by Lafayette and the artist, Ary Scheffer, when Lafayette came on the 50th anniversary of the Revolution. And Lafayette was the last surviving general of the Revolutionary War. He'd been so young when he came over here to fight. He comes back here and actually becomes the first foreign dignitary to address Congress. And he also makes a huge tour of the whole United States and becomes a real part of the celebration, and this portrait becomes a really important part of his tour. Americans didn't have much of a tradition of giant, full-length portraits of their heroes, partially because Americans had this very general and reasonable dislike of pomp and pageantry that they associated with imperial Europe. But this portrait was different because Lafayette knew that. He was a huge fan of the Enlightenment and of democracy and of America. So when he came, the portrait he brought was much plainer. He's not displayed as an officer of the Revolution. He is shown as a citizen. He's wearing just a plain coat, nothing fancy, like anybody else he might meet all over the nation. The way the artist has depicted him is part of this new sense in America of what a portrait could do. It's about the ideas that you can read on a person's face. And on Lafayette's face, you could read this introspection. He's staring into the distance and he's in nature. And the idea that America is this abundant nation, in addition to that big natural world, there are these ideas about self-governance that are there prominent on his brow. And also, people loved this image so much that even though almost 20 life portraits were made of Lafayette while he was here in the United States, that became the most transcendent one that everybody knew, the one that now hangs in the chamber of the House of Representatives and has hung wherever the House has met since the 1820s. It worked so well that people not only made engravings, they also put that image on invitations, paper doilies. Here in the exhibition, we have it on a fancy sort of souvenir with lots of calligraphy all over it. And my favorite thing is that people would have it stamped on gloves. So there's this real proliferation, both officially in that sense, but also unofficially in people's hearts and on their hands in little gloves. And that's why the Lafayette portrait is one of my favorite things here.